Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the ZiiGaat Luna. As you can see, 6 balance armatures per side and all Sonion and Knowles. So yeah, good to see a full BA set with branded drivers, because it's been a while since I've actually done a BA set. And yeah, I have no idea what these are like, but yeah, quite curious to see how the BA does the low end. And these are currently priced around £290, I think, on Linsol's website. And yet, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Linsol for sending this out to me, so thank you very much. I was not paid to this video, and all thoughts opinions are my own as per usual. As you can see, I've not tried these yet as it's still sealed, but yeah, all BA set with quality drivers. And yeah, let's just get into it. So let's have a closer look. Like I said, Sonion and Knowles right there. They look pretty cool, but obviously see what they're like when we get to it. Info on the side, a QR code, some driver stuff here. So 26 ohm impedance, total harmonic distortion is low, 20 Hz to 32 kHz, that's very big. 1.2 cable, which is fairly normal, 103 decibel sensitivity, and 6 BAs, and just some company stuff on the back. And yeah, let's have a look. So I think same as if you watched the video before this, the crescent, it looks the same, I think, on the packaging. Yeah, so basically the same, padded in as well. Yeah, same as before from the look of it. See if we get one of these out to have a look. So yeah, all BA set, so it's been a while. I think the orchestra light from Kiwi Ears might have been the last all BA set, but shell looks the same as the crescent, as you can see. I do always like the styling, they always look pretty cool, very metallic. So yeah, quite curious to see what those BAs will be like. Nothing in there, pop that out of the way. So yeah, this looks exactly the same as before. If you did watch the previous video to this guide, obviously to some people do get it wrong, so make sure it's like the image. Nice case, fairly big, zip works easy enough. So yeah, same as the previous product really. So 4.4, 3.5 interchangeable. You can see there's a little arrow just there to line up with the cable, which we'll have a look at in a sec. So it should be silicon foams. Yeah, so it's just identical. Interesting case, if that's your cup of tea. And yeah, same as the previous video, so that lines up with the connector. You can see there's a little cutout there, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I was quite happy with the crescent. This is more expensive. I say this is £290 ish, so I think euros you're probably pushing, or dollars maybe close to 330, I think, something like that, rough maths. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to spend a bunch of time with these. Again, the silicon tips it came with before was pretty good. If you have seen the previous video to this, obviously these look pretty cool. Love to see what that BA base is like. I presume it won't be as good as dynamic drivers, because it doesn't tend to be anyway. So yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. Yes, so welcome to the review section of the ZiiGaat Lunas. And sorry I'm a bit late with this video. So what you're seeing now is about 10 days after the unboxing clip. So there's a few issues I've had to wait for with the Squig link upload, but that's obviously a separate thing, and I did do a community post about it. But anyway, the ZiiGaat Luna, exactly the same packaging as the video you saw before this, which was the ZiiGaat Crescent review. It's the same. So but this is priced, as of just before this video, £289. So I'm not sure what the dollars are. All BA set, 6 BAs. We'll obviously talk about sound on a bit in, but yeah, all known branded drivers in, you can tell. Obviously I'll get to that in a bit. So anyway, this is what it looks like, obviously, with the 3.5 connector. Like I said before, it lines up with that little tiny triangle just there. And yeah, I'm really happy with this. I've put a few hours on these sets and I really do like it. Chin slider there. It's slightly loose. It makes no difference to me. And yeah, that's what they look like, obviously fitted. Again, I do like how they style. They all seem to have the same shells, which is good or bad, depends. And obviously that's how big the actual connector is, just there. That's what it looks like. And yeah, so pound sensitivity. So all BA sets, 6 balanced armatures per side. Slightly harder to power than I was expecting. They're not like planar level, but slightly harder. And that's it, really. So, timbre on this set. Now, all BAs, you will never beat DD. I've said this a billion times by now. But very, very, very slight BA timbre, which is expected because it uses balanced armatures. But still very, very good, really. It's not enough to put you off these. You normally get that sound from cheap drivers, really, but these aren't cheap drivers. So yeah, timbre on this set was actually, I thought, really good. So comfort and fit, they all seem to have the same shape. So I had no issues at all. They are slightly on the larger side, I'd probably say, but there's no weird fin like in this section here. But yeah, so far so good. Details resolution, very good for this set. So these in my opinion are a step above the Crescent. One, it's obviously got a higher driver count, which I think does help with that, and yet using quality drivers again helps as well. Yes, the details resolution really good on this set. So sound staging imaging again also really good on this set. Again, I think they've done quite a nice job of tuning these. Again, they're not cheap, but it does help that you get the, obviously you saw in the previous clip, you do get a lot better accessories than you used to. Plus you get a modular cable, which is pretty cool, really. And sound, because obviously, you know, that's what you're going to pay the money for. So I'll put the graph up so you can have a look. So yeah, so they advertise this as a studio kind of tuning. Now, I personally don't work in the studio, but from what my take on this is, obviously this uses balanced armatures for bass, and they are very good. Probably the best bass balanced armatures I've tried. Maybe I'll have to check, but from memory, probably the best set. Only thing to nitpick really is obviously they're not sub bass monsters, you can probably tell on the graph, and they don't have that slam of like a dynamic driver bass. But apart from that, very good, really. Also, the bleed into the mid range is so minimal. That must have took quite hard work to tune that out, or tune that in, whatever you want to say. But yeah, they're very good bass, really. And that's all my positives and negatives. Mid range, again, a bit different to the Crescent, slightly more forward mid range, but really, really clear. Probably maybe one of the best mid range I've tried. That's all I can say. Really, really solid mid range on this set. Very happy with it. Again, slightly more obviously forward, and yeah, straight into the treble. So you can see there's a load of extension. As you can see from this, obviously after 10k, take these graphs with a pinch of salt. But they do. It's a guide beyond 10k. It's slight guidance, shall we say? But yeah, great extension. Like I've said, imaging's really good. Now, I didn't find these sets fatiguing to use. I've probably put maybe 10 hours on these, maybe, in that kind of ballpark, and I did like my time. Again, I didn't get any fatigue at all. Really good detail. Now, I've tried this with some gaming, so quite a random game, but not new, Strange Brigade. I enjoyed my time with these. Now, I haven't tried this with any competitive games or anything like that, but yeah, I did enjoy my time with that game, with this setup. I mean, the imaging in that game with these was really good, I thought. I was really happy with its performance. Obviously, I've only tested it with that game. And yeah, for music, solid. Vocals are really, really good. They don't really sound super boosted. They sound really... they're in the mix, but they're not like way forward, like artificially forward kind of shouty, nothing like that. But yeah, overall, very good detailed set. separation is really good. I can't really, not much to say really. There's a dip according to the graph at 10k, but it's not in a real life. There's no dip there at all. Very detailed set really, and you're kind of getting what you pay for. Probably one of the best BA sets I've ever tried. I'll have to try this in the future against the soft ears RS5s, but they are obviously a chunk of money above this as well. So yeah, I think I'll probably end it there. So conclusion is, what do I think of the Lunas? You can probably tell I like it. Again, to really nitpick, sub bass boost it doesn't have, and again it doesn't have that DD kind of bass slam, which obviously it can't do because it doesn't have dynamic drivers, but that's my opinion. But yeah, 6 BAs, really good resolution. They've done a really nice job of these considering the driver count is not high. And yeah, I don't want to say not really many flaws. £290 I think it was, which is, I don't think, too bad for quality branded drivers. Plus my set seemed to match really good. And yeah, I think I'll end it there. Not much to say, but yeah, nice job ZiiGaat with what they've done. They've all got this kind of same kind of shell design and all that stuff, but yeah, quite a good job. A step up from the Crescent, but then it should be because it's more money. And yeah, I think I'll end it there. So if you think you missed anything, sorry, if you think I missed anything, as usual, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, take care, and see you in the next video.